You're probably wondering, why did I break that crystal earlier? There is a transformation we can use that ends up getting us a special upgrade. And we get the second best transformation in the game, in the crocodile. This is literally the most infamous section in all of Banjo-Kazooie, aside from the engine room. And there's Mr. Vile. I'm pause scumming. Screw it. I don't care if I have to pause scum to win this minigame. This minigame is garbage. Thank goodness for that. We don't have to ever do this minigame ever again. Unless, and we jump up, and then we see Cheeto the spellbook. There it is. Our exit limit is now 200. We get another Jiggy. And this is the fourth switch of Jiggy of the game. So I think I'm actually going to do Gobi's Valley first. That way then, we can end up getting the running shoes. And then we can just go to Freezeezy Peak and do Freezeezy Peak all in one fell swoop. Because we can just do like a short walk to Gobi's Valley. And there's this wall we haven't broken. We grab the gumboots. Cross over here, jump up. Grunty's best friend at which school was the awful Fatty Hattie. It's going to be useful to find the Brentilda information for later in the game. Find one more move. I don't know whether it would actually be quicker to do Freezeezy Peak and get the Beak Bomb, but I don't care. Because the running shoes are right here. And he's going to give us access to the running shoes, or as they're actually called, the Turbo Trainers. So now that we've got the running shoes, we can now actually do all of Freezeezy Peak. Otherwise, if we were to just try and do Freezeezy Peak immediately, what would happen is we would have to like backtrack because we'd have to get the running shoes from Gobi Valley anyway. And then we're actually now going to do Freezeezy Peak because Freezeezy Peak is probably going to be along the level than Gobi's Valley. Here's the entrance to Freezeezy Peak. This is the winter-themed level of the game. And yep, Peak's got another move. We're gonna like slowly go to, well, we can grab the notes on the way back. Boggy's stomach aches, and he ate a shiny thing. Just gonna go down and just completely miss them every note. Do the Twinkly minigame first. And yeah, we have to get the Twinklies to the Christmas tree. So we got the Twinkly Munches. Basically what we're gonna do, there is actually an easy way to do this. So we just go up here. Oh. We just completely, well, what we can do is completely fail the ground pound. There's like a tactic that you can do where you can just like off-screen the Twinkly Munches. You can actually, I believe, off-screen the Twinkly Munches, and then they can't actually do anything. But it seems like it doesn't work that way, so we're just gonna have to do it the intended way. And that's the mission complete. So that's all of the, and then a switch happens, we go over here, and Bottles gives us the final ability in the game. With Beak Bomb, the worst ability in the entire game. Aside from maybe the wading boots. So, yeah, this is basically while flying, you press B, and then it launches Kazooie like a missile. And now we've learned, yep, all the moves in the game. I'm actually gonna go around like that. And we completely miss entirely, because Beak Bomb is absolute garbage. And now what we do is that's what I was trying to do earlier. Go like that, and we completely miss entirely. There we go, that's the second one. Yeah, we have to defeat all the Sir Slushes in order to get yet another Jiggy. So we're just gonna like, fly up again, Beak Bomb, get him again. And then there's, I believe, two more. There's one over here. Well, actually, no. I think after this one, there's like two more. So there's this one down here. So we're going to go down. We're going to go like that. Yep, stall off all. And... Oh, that's the last one. Never mind. There is actually a flight pad over here. If you ever try and flip up. Yeah, this is an annoying, pretty obnoxious flight pad to get up to. You know what? I give you in flight pad. We'll grab the Jinjo though. Yeah, that flight pad is like easily one of the worst flight pads to try and reach. The ground pound. And this is gonna open up one of the doors on the advent calendar, which reveals a Jiggy. And I'm gonna do the actual mini game tied to the Twinklies. Because there's actually a present in the tree that we need. So there are 3 presents we have to collect for Boggy's children. Soggy, Groggy, and Moggy. And I'm getting rid of you guys. sets up the minigame. And then, yeah, we have 60 seconds. We have to end up flying through the star at the top 3 times, and then we get a Jiggy. So we go up here, we go up, we're going to try and fly up again. We may have to end up, then we'll go on the R button perspective. We're going to fly through again. And now what we do is we're going to turn around again, and we press A, and that's the mission completed. So there's one of the Jiggies. So now we're done with that. We're going to stay in flight for now because there's 3 switches. So the 3 switches on the snowman's belly. We have to hit each of these. Do this again. And that's the final one. And that gives us another Jiggy. So now we're just going to fly up to the top of the snowman. Is now we're going to ground pound. We're going to rat-tat-rat. We're going to get rid of these first. And you suck. Yeah, the roll attack is not good. Now we go like this. And we're going to grab the health. And once we've grabbed all the notes up here, we are done with the top of this area. And we're just going to fall off. Well, we're going to have to get back up the top somehow. Oh, actually, there's a fly pad here. Never mind. Never mind. And, yep, there is a Christmas present here. He's got a little cigar. Jump in here. There's another Jiggy. And there's also a Jinjo up here. I want to actually get the Jinjo first. That way then it saves us from having to go all the way down here. Then we flap over. There's the Jinjo. Try not to fall off. Yeah, this is probably the one real level which actually I find kind of spooky because you can actually die from full damage. That is very much a thing. We go on the sled. We're going to slide down. We get a Mumbo token. But more importantly, land on Boggy. And there's Jiggy. We're not going to do that right away because we do not have the Mumbo transformation. We will grab the Jiggy though. We're going to grab the Jiggy underneath the snowman's legs. Grab the Jiggy. And then we're going to go back to 3. We're going to grab each of these notes. There is also another Mumbo token. In fact, we do actually need 15 Mumbo tokens. So it's actually a good thing that we found that Mumbo token, because otherwise we may have been a little bit short. And we're going to climb the tree. Oh, we'll grab the Mumbo token first. And then we climb up. In this tree, there are a few things. There's a red present, there are some notes, there are some feathers, and there are some eggs. We'll go around, grab some of the eggs, but more importantly, we're going to grab our next Jiggy. And this is our 5th Jiggy. We've already got 5 Jiggies. We're going to grab some red feathers, replenish our red feather supply that we've used to get up to the top of the snowman. Grab the notes. We're going to grab the present. This is the 2nd present. And there's one last present. Now we're just going to go over here. We're not going to use the flight pad. But we are going to go up here and grab 4 notes. And we're going to grab the purple Jinjo. And it forces us to grab the health anyway. We'll actually go up there as Walrus Banjo. There's no reason to go up there as regular Banjo right away, because we can't actually access what's in there. There's the final present. We're not going to focus on the final present quite yet. And we're going to go up here, because this is where a bunch of notes are. We can actually use this to replenish our red feather supply, of which we have run out of. Now we jump. And now we feathery flap down. And completely miss the jump. Well, we can go up here and grab the final present. So we need wading boots to kind of get over to Mumbo Skull. Or you need the flight pad. I don't want to have to walk all the way back to that one flight pad, no. I will try this again. I will see if I can get up here. If I get up here, there we go. And we get a Mumbo token for our troubles. This is the next Mumbo Skull. There is also, as you heard, a Jinjo. Dude, is we're gonna grab the yellow Jinjo, and the final Jinjo is now the orange one. And we're gonna activate the transformation. There are 2 Jiggies tied to this transformation. Walrus Banjo has to do a sled race. However, There's also another character we can interact with to get another Jiggy. More importantly now, we can go into freezing cold water without taking any damage. And after collecting the notes then, we're gonna end up making our way to Boggy. So we can actually challenge Boggy to a sled race. And the sled race will net us another Jiggy. And yeah, Boggy, Mr. Walrus, we fancy a race? Yes, we do. So we jump on the sled. Now all you need to do is steer the sled through the red slalom gates and beat him to the end. So yeah, you use his stick to move around and you gotta go through all of the actual gates. Now there is a little bit of rubber banding, but it's not anything too bad. So what you do is go through here, go through here. We're just gonna let Boggy kind of sit in front for now, because there's like no reason to let him, you know, let us pass him, because otherwise he'll just try and like go through, cut us off. We jump up here, and then there's another red bridge. We go through here. The running shoes one is much worse, because the running shoes, if you fall in the water once, what happens is you end up losing the turbo trainers, which costs you the whole race. Yep, he tries to cut us off again. And yeah, we're just going to let him sit in front of us for now. And yeah, this is basically the sled race. So we'll let him stick in front of us for now. Gonna go up. Yup. Add there are some notes there. And now we just jump repeatedly. And that's the first race done. So he ends up giving us a medal, aka a Jiggy. So gives us a Jiggy. In fact, we can actually get a second Jiggy immediately after grabbing this one, because there's another character we can actually meet up with. And we're actually going to grab the notes first. But yeah, this walrus right here is called Wazza. And Wazza does not like bears. Yeah, watch out for a smelly brown bear and his ugly bird partner. Yeah, so Wazza is a character that will not give Banjo a Jiggy, and he'll also block the entrance to the cave. But we can also go in here, and we can explore Wazza's cave. More specifically, we can explore this freezing cold area. There are a few goodies for us to collect. There is an empty honeycomb piece, but there is a gold feather. There's like not really anything of value for us here. So now we are done with Walrus Banjo. There is another collectible, the orange Jinjo. However, as Walrus Banjo, you cannot reach the Jinjo. This is just worse Crocodile Banjo, because at least Crocodile Banjo can actually attack enemies. We can't actually Wonder Wing through the water, because if we try to Wonder Wing through the water, then it's too deep, so we'll just cancel out the Wonder Wing and we'll take damage. And there's Boggy. Fancy a race against Boggy? Press A to accept or B to chicken out. We're gonna immediately do it. And now, what we do is gonna immediately talent drop, and we're gonna immediately grab Turbo Trainers. But what we're gonna do is he's much faster, as you can probably tell. Basically, what we do, we're actually gonna allow him to sit in front for now, because if we try to like go in front, he'll try and cut us off. But also, yeah, basically, it also prevents his rubber banding from kicking in. And yeah, we just trail behind him, and this is how we do the race. Because we have to play very carefully. Oh, he's sped up. We're not trying, because we're trying not to fall in the water. And now we've done that. We've gotten past the hardest areas, or the scariest areas. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna slowly inch our way. Once we get near the end, he's gonna slow down. What we can just do this. We can jump over here, and we completely miss the gate entirely. Really? We missed that literally the last gate. Does it give us the option to retry? Yes, okay. I'm just gonna press LRB to skip the dialogue. Yes, you can actually press a button combination to just skip the dialogue, which is what I'm gonna do, because I don't want to have to sit through this dialogue every single time. Yep, and he tries to cut us off as well, the cheeky bugger. Yeah, so this way, like, it prevents his rubber banding from kicking in by staying behind him. But because we're ahead, the rubber banding's now going to kick in full swing. And yep, let him overtake us. The gates are not... Yeah, the depth perception is not great in this area. We let him stay in front for now. And now what we do is we're going to jump, go through here, go through here. This is what I was trying to do earlier. Yep, so he ended up losing. Here's another Jiggy. He's going to look for the kids' presents, which we have already collected. So this is our next Jiggy. We get an 8th Jiggy for the level. And there's 2 more. But one of them is tied to the area where we could not get orange Jinjo. We go in here, and there's a Jinjo we can get. Wozza's not happy, but we're just going to take the orange thing. And this gives us another Jiggy. But as you can probably see, the ice is gone. We'll talk about that once we've actually beaten the game, and I'll explain what that's all about. But now, we can just make our way all the way back to the beginning of the level, because we collected all the presents. We go in here, and this is the final Jiggy. So that's the first one, that's the second one, and Boggy is sleeping. All that racing has made him tired. Will you look for the kids' presents? So basically, it's just a very irresponsible father. And yep, we got the presents, and they give us a Jiggy. And now that we got the Jiggy, we have 100% in this level. And now we can immediately make our way to Gobi's Valley. And Gobi's Valley is going to be slightly more difficult than Freezeezy Peak, because there are actually certain areas that can just insta-defeat Banjo. So there is the exit pad. We go up here. Remember that advent calendar door we opened? There's another Jiggy, and we're going to end up not missing the switch. And there's this... And then we go in here. And we're gonna immediately make beeline to the flight pad. And we only just made it, like literally on the last frame. So we're gonna fly up through here, gonna make sure we're not touching the ground. But by flying through here, this allows us to access the door that opened, in which in there is our next Jiggy, our next Switchy. I could also, you know what, I think that might be easier. Go up here, because we now have 500 notes, and we're going to activate this. So we're going to unlock Mad Monster Mansion, but then afterwards we're going to do Gobi's Valley. We're going to now swim through here. And yeah, this is kind of a lengthy swimming session. There's like a little fish enemy there. We go in here. Yeah, we're not even going to bother trying to resurface because there's no reason to. Yeah, there's a grate over there that is out of reach. And we're going to jump up here. And this is where the area the Mad Monster Mansion is. We're going to go up here. We're going to press C. And we're going to give it all our Jiggies to unlock the level. Yeah, the fact that you have to go all the way through here and then immediately backtrack is not fun. I will say, again, is kind of unnecessary. And now what we can do is we're just going to walk off. Feathery flap. Drop down. And this is the entrance to Gobi's Valley. I could Wonder Wing over, which is probably faster, but I want to save the gold feathers because they're actually going to be important for the next level. Because in Mad Monster Mansion and Gobi's Valley, there are some enemies that will end up taking only Wonder Wing to defeat. And then, yeah, we go in here,